Hi, my name is Emily. I'm a faithful follower of Christ, and I manage a bunch of thorns in my flesh, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about Susan Miller. Susan's the one who's made us the two playlists, the Dazzling December playlist and the Woe Is She playlist. They are both up under the Woe Is She videos, I believe. If not, I know the Dazzling December playlist is up underneath the video called Dazzling December playlist. I'm in the car rider line. I'm so happy to see a bunch of cars behind me, which means I'm not the last mom today. Yay for my kids. They, yay for my kids. The most amazing email I've ever received. And the truth is, it's hard for me to say that because this is not the first time Susan has emailed me, and Susan has sent me other amazing emails, and I've actually received many amazing emails on this journey, including years ago when I had sticker babies inside of Weight Watchers. That was all inside that app, so there's a lot that wasn't able to be seen by people. My mom once said, here with this channel, she said, Emily, this is, you know, the way God's using you, and it's really amazing, and this is brand new. I said, it's amazing and it's wonderful, but it's not brand new for me. When I had 4,000 followers and 300 sticker babies inside that app, I had 2 people tell me that God used me to save their life. They were going to kill themselves and then they didn't. So I am so blessed with the ministry opportunities that God trusts me with. That's why it's hard for me to say that that any email would be the most amazing. But this one's amazing. And it's amazing because of the nuances. To reverse momentum and change direction, it requires surrender, support, and strategy. And it requires consistency, and it requires a conscious effort. It requires the Holy Spirit. If we have spent a lifetime learning destructive behaviors, to unlearn them is a miracle. And this email that Susan sent me and I received just a couple hours ago, Susan, thank you for taking the time to articulate this. And I'm excited for you because the more you articulate, the more you talk about it, the more you share your testimony, the more it's solidified and it's reinforced in your brain that this is the direction I'm headed in now, and this is where I'm going. And I have support, I have surrendered, and I have strategies, and I'm going to keep moving in this direction. Not today, Satan. Right, Sherry? Not today or any day. Get back, Satan. A new thing has begun. Susan emailed me maybe a month ago, and she just said, Emily, I want you to know. She told me about the impact that I was having in her life. And it was so nice that I shared it with my husband and said, Greg, this is a big deal. God is at work. I know He's at work in me. So here's the email I received. Again, not the first one I've received from Susan. Thank you, Susan. I sincerely appreciate it. And I'm so glad you let me share. By the way, obviously, you guys know I got her permission. And she says, I'm an open book. I said, you're an open book. Thank you. She said, use me, girl. Use me, my friend. That's very generous of you. She said, I'm an open book. I said, well, I'm about to share this book on YouTube. So, without further ado, here is Susan's email. She said, Emily, I started to post this under the YouTube video, but I think it would just be too long. I almost always have spiritual light bulb moments from your videos, and the 2 videos I watched this morning are no exception. I pray the Holy Spirit will keep prompting you to make them, even though I know it's time consuming. It's so time consuming, and you have so much to do every day and so many real people in your sphere of influence. Here's what I have to do every day. Whatever He tells me to. And it amazes me that the 2 videos I put out today, that is such affirmation. Thank you, girl. My work is whatever my work is. My work is whatever the work He gives me each day. I don't want to presume to know what my work is. I tell you all often, this is not a balancing act. This is an obedience act. So I put those 2 videos out today that I had really no idea that I was going to share. I am loving, by the way, I'm loving our readings, our Woe Is She readings. They just tickle me and bless me. And I as an artist, and I am an artist, I'll call myself that. I was just showing these guys working on my house some murals that I've painted over the years. As a creator, I'm loving these little Woe Is She videos. They're so concise and to the point. And of course, I love listening to them and hearing the word. They're so focused on him. So for me to put out 2 extra videos in one day, now 3, this is going to be a video. I enjoy that, and you sharing with me how they touched you is very affirming for me. So Susan says, I know you have so much to do every day and real people in your sphere of influence. She said, I was on my way back from a visit with 2 lovely and godly older clients when I basically listened to rather than watched because I can't watch while driving. What if spoke to me in such a profound way? I tend to lose sight of just how critical I am of my aging and sometimes overweight body. Because like chaos can be, it is comfortable to think those thoughts because it's just what I've always done. I love that Susan made the connection between external chaos being comfortable, like I talk about in my What If video, and internal chaos being comfortable. It's what we know. You are absolutely right. Being self-conscious and self-focused is so worldly and truly can be sin. I'm seeing it that way myself now, literally from the point you brought it up. The Holy Spirit started convicting me immediately. Congratulations on that, Susan. You are chosen. He loves you. He's using you. And he is at work in you, girl. You also have had me thinking about my clothes since the video you made when you went into the store to buy jeans and a top that fit. Having recently stopped fearing gaining weight, I was thinking at that point, by the way, you said it, I didn't. Did you notice that the other day when I was talking about you, how you had let go of fear? I said, she let go of fear of a particular thing. That's what it was, everybody. She's let go of fear. Susan has let go of fear of gaining weight. There, I let you say it, not me. She said, I was thinking at that point, so should I go back to the old way of literally having markers in my closet for different sizes so that I can go up and down? No, I thought, I don't want to go back to that mentality, so I let it go. Today I had a revelation in regards to my wardrobe. You know how a pair of jeans and a hoodie are your go-to outfit? You think? What do you mean by that? You think? Yes, girl, I do know. Jeans and a hoodie. This is my go-to. This is my uniform. She said, you know how jeans and a hoodie are your go-to outfit? Well, I find myself most comfortable in jersey skirts and a top with sandals in warm weather, and longer jersey skirts and a top with leggings and boots in cold weather. When I wear either, I don't think much about my clothes or my body. I look put together and I'm comfortable. Here's the light bulb moment. In her, the subject line of her email was a bunch of light bulbs. She said, here's the light bulb moment. I have always hated not only my weight, but also the way my body is built. My hips and thighs, though not huge, are not really proportional in the way that standard clothing is sized. It is fairly easy to deal with in regards to dresses and skirts, but pants and jeans are not usually comfortable. Add to that, I'm only 5'2", and every pair of pants I ever bought have had to be hemmed. Though I'm short, I am not petite, which also creates discomfort. What if I stopped trying to buy pants that feel comfortable and have to be hemmed and accentuate the disproportion of my body and just wear skirts, tops, and dresses? Ding! I love it. If I wear these on a daily basis, my body will no doubt be less and less on my mind. If you haven't watched those What If and then the PS to the What If, I do recommend watching those, and it would make sense it would make this make more sense. I mean, Susan, you know what I'm saying. This makes sense, but she's talking about that where I talked about we can either be self-conscious or God-conscious. And if I'm self-conscious thinking about whether or not my jeans are looking ridiculous, well, then I'm not God conscious and aware of the people around me and the ways in which God might have me minister to them. I do have a pair of jeans that feel pretty good for times that jeans are appropriate. Skirts, dresses work fine on a day-to-day basis, though a uniform of sorts. What would the Lord do with my thoughts that are no longer on poor, pitiful, disproportionate, in my mind, me? Susan, I love this. There's one word for it. It's a breakthrough. This is breakthrough material here. And this is what I'm talking about. These nuances, when I talk about skirts and dresses and jeans and getting hemmed and petite and this, those are the details of life. I helped Claire with her ponytail this morning. I said, Claire, did you know that some people think God doesn't want to help us with the details? But of course he does. God and I both know that I have much more important things I could be doing than my hair. So I pray to him to help me with my hair so I can get it right and get out the door. There is nothing too small to ask God to help you with. She said, I actually came right home, tried on the pants that I just paid $12 to have hemmed at the dry cleaners, knowing that I didn't like the way they felt, and immediately put them in the quarantine bin, which is the box of things that eventually found their way to Goodwill unless I change my mind or go looking for something in the box within 6 months. I feel so much lighter in spirit. It is like a weight has been lifted, pun intended, because the pants make me feel fat. No thanks, Calvin Klein. On to the next video. She said, I watched the video you attached, and indeed it was inspiring. There are so many people in this world rising above huge obstacles while I pout over my clothes, how my clothes feel, and the pillows on the couch not being straight. I resonated with your need to separate meals. I am fasting 16 hours from last meal in the evening to my first meal the next day. Getting in 3 meals feels a little like grazing. I definitely feel better with time between meals. Oh, here's another big thing. On my way to my appointment this morning, I passed an exit. Actually, to the Little Debbie Parkway, if you can believe that. She said, I live near where they make Little Debbie's. Coincidentally, one of the bakeries I used to frequent is also next to that exit. Also on that exit. She said it was common for me to stop and buy a $20 box of cookies, pastries, cupcakes, hide them in my trunk, and eat the whole box within a day, 2 at the most. I love this. I love the honesty there. Girl, there are plenty of us that could eat a whole box in a day. I love that meme. Sophia, was it you that shared that joke? Somebody said, I don't know how many cookies it takes to make me feel better, but so far I know it's not 27. Oh my gosh. These diseased brains that are addicted to binging, our stopping point is pain, and I have a high pain tolerance. Where was I? She said, when I passed the exit, I actually started to think, maybe if I let myself have some of that, I'd be able to control myself and not binge anymore. As soon as I read this, I was like, ooh. She said, right then and there, I dug for a pen in my purse and said, no, brain, no. And put my first tally on my hand. You can't see it, but I had 8 on my hand yesterday. Oh, you can see them. She said, I put my first tally on my hand. This holiday season is the right time to put that system in place for me. I have to get back to work, but I just had to write to tell you how every time you take the time to put your thoughts into words out loud, it matters. God is using you, girl, in this one life, and I am confident many, many more. P.S. You are the recipient. You will be the recipient of my first reward. Love and prayers headed your way, Susan. Then she included a picture, and it's her beautiful face. Susan, you're so stinking cute. I'm so glad you showed us the tally. Then it's like when somebody starts a restaurant and they put the first dollar bill up on the wall. She's got a picture of her first tally, and if you'll notice behind her, 3 of the printables that I've made, 3 of them. I love it. This picture says 1,000 words. So my response, Susan, tears in my eyes. Thank you for taking the time to share this. Listen. Our problems are big problems. I had a friend once that taught me not to compare pain. Pain is pain. This is what I told Susan, learning to hate our bodies and depending on external order for internal peace is a giant problem. And for the Lord to help us overcome that is nothing short of a miracle. No need to minimize our experience in comparison to others, but we can certainly have a healthy perspective and extreme gratitude for problems that are solvable. Let's don't take for granted that we are dealing with things that can change. A lot of people aren't. I'm so excited for you, truly. God is absolutely blessing you with sight. You can see clearly now in ways you never have been able to before. It's absolutely invigorating, isn't it? You can sense experiences so much more now that your mind is free. For the record, I have known from the beginning that the people that God is putting me in contact with on YouTube are absolutely real people. Greg and I have been praying for you real people for a long time. I'm so blessed that God has brought us together. This is a blessing. It's mutually beneficial. That is the most perfect tally ever. And this was, when I typed this sentence has a lot of exclamation marks and a lot of capital letters. That was the most perfect first tally ever. As I read that you were considering eating a wee bit of those forms of the same daggone thing, it all comes down to that white powder. I don't care how pretty they make it, and I don't care what kind of price tag they put on it. Sometimes we think it's extra special because it costs a little more. No, it's not. It's the same thing. It's white powder that's highly addictive. And many of us are highly addicted to it. My eyes were saucers starting to think, this is when she said, I said, when you started talking about just having a little bit of that, my eyes got big like, uh-oh. I said, tally. I couldn't have said it better myself. And the clothes. You're on to something there. I've been wearing these uniforms of mine for years now. I get $3 t-shirts from Jiffy Shirts. A friend of mine introduced me to this company. I get my solid color t-shirts and my solid color hoodies from jiffyshirts.com. The t-shirts are like $3 and the car rider line, okay, and the hoodies are $11. Really good quality. I love them. I don't know. The t-shirts are Bella Canvas, I think, soft. Those are the ones I like, and then the hoodies I think are Gildan. I'm not sure. JiffyShirts.com. You can get a bunch for cheap. I'm sure that's where a lot of people get theirs and then have them, print stuff on them. I just keep them plain. But I said I get these from this website. I said solid colors. I wear jeans and hoodies in the winter and capris and t-shirts in the summer. I intentionally only wear solid colors when handing out food with the free produce stand, and that helps people stay focused on the gifts that they're being given. So I don't want to be handing out food with some, I don't know, crazy messaging that would be really distracting. I want to look them in the eyes and give them the good news that Jesus Christ loves them and died for them, and here's some produce. I just want to help them focus on the gifts, not my clothing. This is behavioral psychology as well. I can list several billionaires that only wear white t-shirts, and they do this on purpose. We make hundreds, if not thousands, of decisions every day to simplify what we wear. Freeze up. Hang on. Hey, girl.
Hi, you're on 3 today.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'll be picking my kids up on cone number 3. They tell me that every single day. There's 6 cones. They tell me what cone my kid will be at. And I often think, I bet I could figure that out. But it's nice of them to tell me. We make so many decisions every single day. To simplify what we wear frees up brain space to make decisions that are much, much more impactful. It frees up time and energy and willpower. It creates capacity. Automaticity creates capacity. Isn't it just amazing that Jesus literally told us not to worry about what we eat or what we wear? And I put this, I believe, in the what if, underneath the what if video. Matthew 6:25, this is Jesus talking. Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? And I told Susan, but notice, while he's telling us not to worry about these things, he is not telling us not to concern ourselves with them. The word concern means to be about. Let's be about fueling ourselves properly and dressing ourselves in such a way that we can be effective for Christ. Let us work for the Lord and maybe even wear uniforms doing it. So this is my uniform. Sounds like you've got yours figured out. I love it. I want to see a picture of you in your uniform. I'm sure it's cute. I said, I love your wardrobe solution. I was on my way to run a couple errands. I realized Mary we left her dance bag. So I had to go back home, skip the errands. And I said, girl, I think this gave me time in the car rider line to make this video. Susan, you are a blessing. Without further ado, here is sweet, sweet, sweet Susan Miller with her 3 printables and her first tally.